What is up, my friends? My name is Ecothrumi, and today I'm here with TT on voice from the Bada Bing Clan, and we're talking about how to perform an Archer Queen Walk BoWitch attack. TT, you may know him from the past. He did the BoWitch pro tip video, and today he's back sharing his insight with you guys on how to improve your attack in war and even in farming if you decide that you have some extra dark elixir. TT, why don't you say hi to everybody here?
How's it going, Echo? Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. No problem. So what we're going to do here, guys, he was doing some friendly challenges with some clanmates to get some good replays for you that really can demonstrate how this attack works, and basically he'll explain it as we go. And TT, why don't you talk to us really quickly about how you choose a base when you're scouting a war?
All right. Well, today we're going to be talking about the Archer Queen Walk Bowie attack. So generally what I look for in a base is something where my queen walk down one side is not going to run into any air defense problems. So you can see on this base, like corner air defenses aren't actually a problem because the Archer Queen takes out the AD before any healers get hit. So what you want to look for is like Archer or air defenses that are just past the wall that the Archer Queen can't hit, and then the healers get too close, and then that'll ruin your queen walk. And then I also like to be able to access both Infernos with just 2 jumps. Sometimes I'll run 3 jumps, 2 rage, but most of the time it's 2 jumps, 2 rage, 1 heal. And then I'll have my bowlers and witches down the other side, trying to mimic the queen walk on the opposite side. And I look for pathways down the side in which there's not as many wizard towers or bomb towers, because they'll just wreck the skeletons and they become pretty useless.
Yeah, good point. You're already throwing things out there that I didn't even think about with this strategy. So good point on the air defenses, and then those splash damage defenses as well.
Right, and why I've switched to this one recently from just your standard Bowie attack is because I've been encountering a lot of Lalo CCs. And what's really nice about this one is if your CC gets pulled by your inner troops and you don't have any witches inside, which is why I keep my witches outside, there's nothing hitting the lava, so nothing will pop it. And usually the lava will just survive the entire raid or might get picked off by the queen at the very end. But it basically makes the raid not even have a war CC. You don't even have to deal with it. So yeah, nice. Look for lavas, and then instead of it being like a big detriment to a normal Bowie attack, it's actually a big help because you don't even have to deal with it with the Queen Walk Bowie attack.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Are you ready to jump into this attack?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, let's start it in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Tell us what's going on here.
All right, so I deploy my queen and get the healers on her. That's going to do the queen walk and set up the funnel. Like I said, just worry about those air defenses for the healers. If you see up top, I started the funnel with the witches and the bowlers. And then I just have 1 golem, my king tanking, and then all bowlers coming right up the middle. Those jumps are spaced to get to the Inferno towers, rage, heal, rage on the inside. Mm-hmm. This one actually had hogs in the CC because he was running his own FCs and running hog attacks. So it's almost like an irrelevant CC, but like I said, had it been a lava, it's basically the same thing.
Okay.
And the next attack that we'll see also has a lava inside, so you can see the difference.
Yeah.
But perfect. As you see, the core just shreds the inside, and essentially it's like a really long delayed suicide kill squad. I don't really expect my king or my golem or any of my bowlers to really survive up the middle. As long as they can clear out as much of the inside as possible, including the Inferno tower, my outside troops are going to do, the finishing off.
Right.
You see my health, my queen's full health, ability still intact. Those witches up top are doing their thing. Got a few bowlers pounding on walls, which is actually nice because they're staying out of the defensive range. But, this one's pretty much over at this point. The AD causes a little bit of concern, so I popped my ability early there just so that I keep a healer alive, which I actually didn't keep a healer alive, but it doesn't matter.
You tried.
Yeah. But yeah, swag a poison spell on the inside. So had the CC been something more significant, we would have been able to drop both poisons down and kill it just as fast as those hogs went down.
Right. Well, I've seen you do these attacks before, and it seems like you mentioned that the kill squad going through the core, you're happy if they just kind of beat it up and really hollow it out. But I've seen it a lot of times with there's a few bowlers that stick around till the very end of the raid, so it's not always that kill squad gets taken out completely.
That's true. That's true. It's all about that second Inferno Tower. So when I say I look for bases that can get both Inferno Towers, I don't necessarily mean that it opens up the compartments of the Inferno Towers.
Right.
But the bowlers need to get to a spot where their boulders will hit the Inferno Tower. If they get stuck on a wall where they can't hit the Inferno Tower,
right,
then they just get roasted. And that's why sometimes I'll have to use the triple jump and just double rage. But that usually will only come in on a non-fresh hit once I know where the giant bombs in the core are, and usually I can avoid them or at least direct my king and my golem to take them. How you use your rage, you can kind of lag your bowlers behind on purpose to hit those giant bombs if you really practice it.
All right, so with fresh hits, you're going in with 2 jumps usually, and with when you have a scouted base, you could maybe sometimes bring 3 just because you know where those danger spots are.
Yeah, you don't necessarily need the heal. Like I said, that those bowlers are basically just suicide troops. So if they can avoid a giant bomb, the heal is actually totally unnecessary. They'll live long enough to, basically get both Inferno Towers and hollow out the core, and the outside troops will, take out most of the base.
Gotcha. All right, I'm in here on the next attack that we're going to be going against. Are you in here as well with me?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, why don't we start this up in 3, 2, 1. All right, let's see how this one plays out. This one's against a pretty much maxed out Town Hall 10 right here.
Yeah, so this one, same thing. Queen Walk, I'm looking for a pathway in which the air defenses aren't going to hurt the healers. I planned on that first air defense right there being taken out by the center kill squad, so shouldn't be a concern. This one actually is a little tricky when the bowler bounce can't hit the second Inferno on its own. You really have to rely on the bowler bounce for this one.
Right.
But in this specific replay, the rage was just in the right spot, and the bowler bounce, you'll see it hits the Inferno Tower and it goes down so fast.
Okay, nice.
So you can see here, this one has a lava hound, and I don't have any witches, and I don't have my Archer Queen inside, so nothing is hitting the hound. It's stuck in the poison spell, but it's not going to pop.
Nope.
The kill squad is just damaging everything. I mean, it's gone. This base gets demolished. But this base is really all about, or this strategy is really all about base selection and getting the jumps right and making sure you funnel correctly. And then after that, I mean, the last minute and a half of almost every attack there's nothing to do.
You just kind of watch it all unveil.
Yeah, I mean, Queen ability is still intact. There's a ton of troops left. It's, this base was smashed.
Yeah, and again, those bowlers, that kill squad's still alive, and a whole bunch of them as well.
Yeah, that was a sign of that getting pretty lucky, hitting that Inferno Tower the way it did. I actually hit this one a couple times, and some of the times the bowlers didn't hit the Inferno Tower on their bounce, and they kind of got stuck there on that wall by the Inferno Tower. And the Queen ended up working her way around and ultimately getting the Inferno Tower as the last item.
Gotcha.
But the replays just didn't look as good. So this is the one that, really shows what those bowlers can do if you keep enough alive and heal them and rage them in the right spot. You want to drop that heal right after the first Inferno Tower goes down. If you haven't hit a giant bomb yet, maybe you can even wait a little bit longer. But generally, there's a giant bomb around every Inferno Tower. So it's kind of just a smart move to go ahead and drop that heal right on that Inferno Tower right when it's going down.
Yeah, right ahead of time. All right, what I'm doing is I'm playing one of your other replays right now just as we close things out. You don't have to shout it or anything, just for something for people to watch, another hit going on while we sum it up. But any last tips that you'd like to say? You really did walk us through a lot of it in the replays, but what should you say for a lot of skeptics? For some reason, there's a ton of skeptics when you're talking about BoWitch attacks and Archer Queen BoWitch attacks. They say that you can't 3-star a Town Hall 10, a maxed out Town Hall 10. They always say that the Town Hall 10s are level 1 or level 2 Inferno. So, I mean, you just showed that you could 3-star a maxed out Town Hall 10. So, what would you say to those people?
Honestly, like, I don't even look at like Inferno levels and tier 2s and tier 3s versus tier 5s when I'm picking bases. I look at layouts that are favorable. If I have a favorable layout and it's completely maxed, it's going down. We've been in no dip lead for the last like 4 or 5 weeks now, so our 10s have had to hit 10s across the board, both hits. So what we've been doing in terms of war strategy is getting most of our doubles out of the way and giving our better hitters the complete freedom to triple any base.
Right.
Well, a lot of the breakdowns have been very, very heavily tier 5, almost no tier 2s and tier 3s.
Okay.
And since we have so many 10 hits, a few of our other guys are usually picking off the lower bases, and I'm generally just throwing 2 Archer Queen Walk Bowie attacks at max bases based on layout alone. So I know it can be done. It's not impossible. Honestly, it's breakdown or layout of the base. There are level 2 bases that I can never triple with this comp, and there are level 5 bases that I'm going to triple almost every time.
And again, just based on layout.
Yeah, exactly. The bowler bounces and where the giant bombs are located pretty much determines everything inside the core. Some bases can be, tricky, I guess. They look like you can get them in there, but the giant bombs are such a way that it's just impossible to do with just 2 jumps. And if you need 3 jumps and there's giant bombs in the way and you don't have the heal, then you're pretty much screwed there too. So it's really, you need to have the 2 jumps and 1 heal. And then you need to know the giant bomb locations if you're going to try and go without a heal.
Right. Well, that makes sense. And I just watched one of your other attacks, and basically the kill squad and all the witches died out with maybe 65-70%, and your queen walk took out the rest of the base. That's part of the reason why I like this attack strategy, is because that queen walk is pretty hefty, and it really can hang on and sometimes save you if the rest of your composition kind of falls apart. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I like that.
What I find a lot actually with my queen walk and that attack strategy is that you're basically using the naked queen healers to funnel an entire side. So her health can get down low pretty fast, and there's a lot of the times where I'm popping her ability in the first 30 seconds, 45 seconds of an attack.
Right.
But what's nice is once the Kel squad catches up with the queen and that funnel's made, there's nothing shooting at that queen anymore. So after that ability's popped, she gets full health again. Your kill squad takes all the damage, and then once that's dead and died out, you got healers on your full health queen, and she just cleans up. I mean,
she does a nice job.
Unless there's, honestly, the hardest part about finishing off the cleanup on this attack is if you leave an expo in the center, that'll wreck a queen. Even just a solid, like one single expo and an archer tower will take a queen out with 4 healers.
Gotcha.
So you have archer towers and cannons and mortars and Teslas, anything like that left around the outside, no problem for the queen.
Yep, she just walks right through.
Yep.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for coming down today. I know that there's a lot of people who love BoWitch. They hit me up on Twitter all the time talking about it, so they really enjoy these BoWitch videos, and having you here on voice, really being able to give an in-depth explanation better than I could do is definitely going to be beneficial to them. So thanks so much for coming down. I do appreciate it, and thanks for taking the time to put some friendly challenges together to practice this up and get some good examples for the people.
Yeah, not a problem. Thanks for having me.
You got it, brother. Well, guys, thanks so much for staying here with me and TT watching this video. Hopefully you guys are able to take the BoWitch attack back home to your clans and try it out in some wars yourself. I want to thank you again. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the description below. TT does stalk these videos a little bit, so if you guys are leaving comments or questions, he could always reply to them as well. But thanks so much. I'll see you all back here again tomorrow. Until then, be good.